Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing is Williams. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Everybody kill.
Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Here we go, going to 54. Here we go, 46. Got it.
Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Here we go, going to 54. Wide eight. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54. Wide eight.
And again, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Hey, 47. 26.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Hey, kill. Gun. 26.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 30 yards there.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side, too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Under.
Prescott off play action.
Right back to Njoku.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 21-0 our score after 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go, 46. Hey, here we go. Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Up the right sideline. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
135 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. It's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Pacheco once again. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to add on to that lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Everybody, kill.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
George Karlaftis drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow.
There he goes, right side. And touchdown!
Isaiah Pacheco
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Prescott now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Open man is the rookie from Auburn. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown! A great play there. 58 yards.
And the Bears have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
47.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Right take.
To throw is Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott to throw it.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Now Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Kill. Yeah!
Play action now. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Yeah, here we go. I take 26.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah!
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. York on now for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Dances by him. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Pacheco once more, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go, 47. Switch, hey. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game.
Yeah, here we go. Take.
Slot man moves right. Throwing. Prescott.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Prescott from the gun.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Yeah! Here we go. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Prescott yet again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Yeah! Here we go! Like 26.
On play action, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
To the air, Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Here go 46.
Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yes! Here we go!
In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw. Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. He may go.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions and